How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to LuckyPackMTG. My name is Matt, and you guys are here to watch me crack some packs, get some of that luck going, and open up something really cool. Except this one is a little bit different. I saw that on a Facebook group that there was this Turtle Power bundle that Costco was offering, and it came with the Turtle Power Commander deck, and it came with some packs. And I thought, well, that would be really cool. Not to necessarily open on camera for you guys, because, well, I already opened the TMNT deck for you guys, but just to open. So I looked at my local Costco, they didn't have it. Then I looked back at the post, and they're like, yeah, they're offering it on their app as well. So who immediately downloaded the Costco app? Me. And went to look for Magic the Gathering. They did not have the Turtle Power bundle to offer. It may not be in my area, so I don't know, but what I did get, and I thought, you know, there's no way this is new, they just have them in stock still. No! This is a brand new Commander kit from Costco. Now, it kind of got shifted in delivery, but yeah, you're seeing that correctly. That is Temur Roar. Like, this is Dragonstorm Commanders, which I do have one. Now I have two. It also comes with Gishath Sun's Avatar promo, and then you can see we got 4 packs here. Well, we got Foundations. This is how I know it's new. Lorwyn Eclipsed. Then there's, of course, Tarkir Dragonstorm. And this right here that you can't really see because it shifted and kind of got caught, that is a Lost Caverns of Ixalan set booster. Now, how much I paid for this is ridiculous because they're still charging a good $60 for this because it's one of the more impactful card-wise. I got this, I kid you not, for $49.99 plus tax. So this is insane card value. And that's what we're going to open up today. And we're going to get started. But I got to open it first. So I honestly cannot believe the card value that we're going to get. Let alone, it's the $49.99 just in the Commander deck alone is worth $49.99. Not to mention we got a promo and then 4 additional packs. So what we're going to do, I'm going to open this. I have to do it off camera, guys. Sorry. Alright, so I got it all opened up. There was some editing magic where you don't have to hear me shuffling and doing a whole bunch of stuff to get it open. But let's start off. We have this Gishath. Look at that promo card. Most of the time, these promo cards, they're usually worth maybe $1, 50 cents, something like that. Gishath is definitely a commander, Dino Commander. So I don't know how much. I don't know because this is new. I don't know if it's going to have the cost for it. If it does, I'll put it up there for you guys. The last time I did this was with Outlaws of Thunder Junction. They were selling the Commander boxes with packs and stuff like that. And I got 2 of them. They were $49.99. The promos were Nicole Bolas Planeswalker, and they did not have prices for them. But comes out to be about $1.50. So there's a good chance, because this is mass-produced, it could be anywhere from $1 to $1.50. But still a really good Commander, and that's what this is for. So we're going to put Gishath there. We're going to hold off on doing this because there's a lot less to go over in there than with the Turtle Power, but there's still a lot to go over. So we'll go through the packs and we'll open them in this order. So we're going to hit Foundations first. There's a bunch of good cards in Foundations, so let's hope we can get some. Hey, we got a Heir Apparent. Good card. Rare common. Still. Alesha, who laughs at fate. I don't know if she's worth much. Again, we'll see. Alesha has first strike, and whenever Alesha attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Raid at the beginning of your end step. If you attack this turn, return target creature card with a mana value less than or equal to Alesha's power from your graveyard to the battlefield. She only costs 3. That's actually really good. And then we have a foil Bushwhack, and a jungle hollow, and then a human night token. Alright. Lorwyn Eclipse. Have some really good cards in this set. Let's see if we get any. Dream Harvester. Really good late game. Oh, this has a double, which is a Catharsis. Good card. Then we got a foil Miss Alana Informant, and a foil Full Art Island. Then we got that Goblin Treefolk token. Alright, this is the butt of the joke. Lots of Tarkir Dragonstorm cards lost so much value after it came out. People stopped using them. The hype was there. Like this, right off the bat, Tempest Hawk, I don't know if it's even worth $1 anymore because it's the, you can have as many as you want kind of cards. Used to be pretty high in price for a common like Heir Apparent. I'm not sure anymore, so we're going to put that aside. Just got a Monument, and then we have Windcrag Siege. This is actually a really good card, really good enchantment, especially for Commander. As this enchantment enters, choose Mardu or Jeskai. If you choose Mardu, if a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So, more triggers is always good. And then if you choose Jeskai, at the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. It gains lifelink and haste until end of turn. Also really good, especially because it only costs 3. Alright, then we got a foil Whale of War, another jungle hollow, and a zombie druid treasure token. Alright guys, this is probably the more important of the 4 packs. We have a chance to get a Jurassic World card, and there are a lot, and I do mean a lot of good cards in Lost Caverns of Ixalan, and this is a set booster. So, do I have to do pack trick? No, I don't have to do a pack trick. So there are good uncommons. This is a Carnage Tyrant. That's actually one of the good cards. So we have that beautiful full art swamp. Oh, we did! This is Kutzel, Malamute Exemplar. This is one of those good cards and really costs 3. Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. And then whenever one or more creatures you control, each with power greater than their base power, deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. Card draw and stall tactics. Kutzel is a great card in Commander. Then we get Abuelo's Awakening. I am pretty sure this is a banned card now. I can understand why it was a good card and why it's banned. But we did not get that all-important Jurassic Park card. But that's okay. Because now we get to open Temur Roar. This has a sample collector booster pack in it that we're going to open. And, well, it says 2 legendary traditional foils, but each commander has legendary foils because they usually give you 2 that you can choose from. So there's that sample booster. deck. Oh, and of course, we have the Commander box that it comes in. So I do like these boxes. I have some sleeves coming to sleeve up this Commander deck, but we're going to house it in this until it's ready. Put that aside. So we get Irene of the Unwritten as our commander. We'll get to these in a second. We're going to open up this sample booster because you can get really good cards. Now, it's only 2 cards in the sample booster pack. You get an uncommon, and then you get a rare. So we're going to hold on and see what we're going to get. And this is something that Wizards has chosen not to do anymore, which I think is dumb. So we're going to go from the back here, which we get Sagu Wildling in the foil showcase, which these showcases are gorgeous for Tarkir. They really are. So that goes there, and then we get... BAM! The Surak, Elusive Hunter. This is also in that showcase. It's also foil. It says, this spell can't be countered. It has trample, and then whenever a creature you control, or a creature spell you control becomes the target of a spell or an ability an opponent controls, draw a card. Very nice. And then we get our little advertisement here, which we don't need. Okay. So this is Temur Roar. It is one of the more popular cards. Got popular of the 4 decks for Tarkir Dragonstorm. We're going to go through it. This is my second, I guess, Commander Precon review opening, whatever you want to call it. This is an older Commander. Older as in like a few sets ago, not like ancient Commander, which I would love to get some of the old school Commander Precons. Alright, we're gonna cut this in half and go from here. Okay, so this is our legendary foil Precon Commander. This is one of 2. This is Irene the Unwritten. He has flying and trample, and whenever Irene enters or attacks, look at the top 8 cards of your library. You may put a dragon creature card from among them onto the battlefield, put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. Really good commander. And then this is the second commander, Eshki, Temur's Roar. Whenever you cast a creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Eshki. If that spell's power is 4 or greater, draw a card. If that spell's power is 6 or greater, Eshki deals damage equal to Eshki's power to each opponent. I'm going to separate these so I keep the deck together. It's very cool. She only costs 3. Irene costs 7. And then we get Deceptive Frostkite. I'm only, like with Turtle Power, I'm only going to go over really the rares and the mythics. This is a dragon, flying. You may have this creature enter as a copy of a creature you control with power 4 or greater, except it's a dragon in addition to its other types, and it has flying, and it only costs 2 blue. Alright. Then we got Hammerhead Tyrant. That's pretty powerful. Will of the Temur. We got choose 1. If you control a commander as you cast this spell, you may choose both. Create a token that's a copy of a target permanent, except it's a 4/4 dragon creature with flying in addition to its other types. Or target player draws cards equal to the greatest mana value among permanents you control. Well, since you're dealing with dragons, that's going to be pretty high. Then we got Parapet Thrasher, another dragon. I see a theme here. Flying, whenever 1 or more dragons you control deal combat damage to an opponent, choose 1 that hasn't been chosen this turn. Destroy target artifact an opponent controls. This creature deals 4 damage to each other opponent. and exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn. Not bad. And then we got Thundermane Dragon. Not bad. Like that dragon. And then we got Zenith Festival. Become the Avalanche. This is kind of like an overrun without the trample. Nice. With card draw. Blood Collar Scourge. Another dragon. There is a lot of just cheating out dragons, as I can see here. Kega, the Tide Star. Okay. Reflections of Litjara. As this enchantment enters, choose a creature type. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, copy it. Choose dragon. Look at all the dragons I have. I'm pretty sure that's what that spell is for. Then we got Atsushi, the Blazing Sky. This is from Kamigawa. Flying, trample. When Atsushi dies, choose one. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards or create 3 treasure tokens. What this dude was used for is you get him out for 4, and you know he's going to be the target, so you want to get those treasure tokens. And we got a Blasphemous Act. Everybody loves Blasphemous Act. Really expensive board wipe. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. And then Blasphemous Act deals 13 damage to each creature. I believe this was Internal Power, wasn't it? Then we have Chaos Warp. Everybody loves Chaos Warp. Dragon Master Outcast. This dude used to be a beast when he came out in the original Zendikar. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 6 or more lands, create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying. Then we got Gedrak, the Crown Scourge. Interesting. Then we got Glorybringer, another dragon. Shocker, I know, with a commander deck called Temur Roar. Hellkite Courser. Flying. When this creature enters, you may put a commander you own from the command zone onto the battlefield. It gains haste. Return it to the command zone at the beginning of the next end step. Oh! Okay. There's some commander shenanigans. I like it. And then this is Lathlis, Dragon Queen. She is a Dragon Queen. Leyline Tyrant. You don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. When this creature dies, you may pay any amount of red mana. When you do, it deals that much damage to any target. Oh! Okay. We have Nesting Dragon. This is an old school landfall one. Nagi, Draco Zealot. Dragon spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Then when Nagi attacks, if you control 3 or more dragons, until end of turn, Nagi becomes a dragon with a base power and toughness of 5/5 and gains flying. Go Nagi. Then we got Opportunistic Dragon. Scourge of the Throne. Skargan Hellkite. We're just going through all the dragons. Like, this is just all the dragons from all the sets. We got Riot, so it can enter with haste or +1/+1 counter. And then, if you tap 3 and 1 red, this creature deals 2 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 targets. Activate only if this creature has +1/+1 counter. Spit Flame. Storm's Wrath. Really simple board wipe. Not great, but it deals 4 damage to each creature in Planeswalker. If you have some big creatures out there, it does withstand. Storm Breath Dragon. Oh, we got a Shapeshifter. Taurine Mauler. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. It's a Shapeshifter. It means it's a dragon. That's actually... I mean, this would be good against the Spellslinger deck. Because it happens on cast. So, say they target this with a shock. Well, you cast a spell, I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter on it. So now, your shock does nothing. Territorial Hellkite. Thunderbreak Regent, Old School Khans of Tarkir. Vengeful Ancestor. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, goad target creature. Whenever a goaded creature attacks, it deals 1 damage to its controller. Can't complain. Varric's Bladewing has a kicker of 3, flying. When Varric's Bladewing enters, if it was kicked, create Karok's Bladewing, a legendary 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. Oh, here we go. Different colors now. That was all red. Frontier Siege. Selvalla's Stampede. This is Council's Dilemma. Starting with you, each player votes for wild or free. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card for each wild vote. Put those creature cards onto the battlefield, then shuffle the rest into your library. You may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield for each free vote. I like that. Oh, hey, a Tarka! World Render. Has flying and trample. Whenever a dragon you control attacks against double strike until end of turn. This was a... Dude, in Dragons of Tarkir, a Tarka was just an awful creature to go up against. Especially when you get his counterpart out there, Dragon Lord Atarka. When Dragon Lord Atarka enters, it deals 5 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers your opponents control. You can have both. He's an 8/8 flying trample. Atarka is a 6/4 flying trample. They both attack, they gain double strike with trample. It was not good. Then we got Harbinger of the Hunt. Sarkhan, Soul of Flame. Do you think we're going to Planeswalker in here? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get a Sarkhan Planeswalker in here. Dragon spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. That's the second one of those. And whenever a dragon you control enters, you may have Sarkhan become a copy of it until end of turn, except its name is Sarkhan, Soul of Flame, and it's legendary in addition to its other types. Temur Ascendancy. There you go. Every dragon you control has haste. Every one. Whenever a creature you control with power 4 or greater enters, you can also draw a card. I don't know if you noticed, but all of them have greater power. And, of course, we're going to go with Dragon's Horde. This is a good-ish kind of card, especially for a dragon deck. Steel Hellkite. Ooh. This is an old school one. Used to be a powerhouse. Used to be. I say used to be, because it's not as good anymore. He costs 6. Tap 2, this creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn, so really expensive fire breathing. And then X, destroy each non-land permanent with mana value X, whose controller was dealt combat damage by this creature this turn, and you can only activate it once. So after you deal damage with it, then you tap X and it would kind of board wipe. Alright, so we're getting into the land now. Now these are all going to be the same type of land. So we got Cinderglade, Exotic Orchard, there's going to be a Command Tower, this is Flooded Grove, this is a good one. You can tap it, it's a 2-for-1. And then we got Haven of the Spirit Dragon. For those, this was a Dragonstorm card, I believe. Add 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast dragon creature spells, and then you can sacrifice it and return target dragon creature card or Ugin Planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. So this was not Dragonstorm, this was the last Tarkir set. Then we got Hinterland Harbor, Karplusan Forest, Kessig Wolf Run, for those of you who don't know. This one's actually a really good land as well. Can tap for colorless, and then 1 green, 1 red, and X. Target creature gets X0 and gains trample until end of turn. So we got Mossfire Valley, Mosswort Bridge, then we got Rockfall Vale, Rootbound Crag, Sheltered Thicket, Shivan Reef, Sulphur Falls, Temple of Abandon, Temple of Mystery, Yamamata Coast, and then we're going to get into the uncommons and commons here. Let's get rid of the tokens. There we go. So those are all the tokens. Alright, so we're going to burn through these real quick. Dragon Tempest, Breaching Dragonstorm, Temple of the Dragon Queen, Arcane Signet is always good, Soul Ring is always good, Command Tower, Storm Shriek, Feral, Encroaching Dragonstorm, Draconic Lore, Rapid Hybridization, Reality Shift, Dragon Lord's Servant, Rapacious Dragon, Whirlwing Stormbred, Beast Within. This is actually a really good removal spell. Elemental Bond, Farseek, no shit. That's a great, this is an amazing land card, land search card for 2, and I want to point out why, for those of you who don't know. Like, oh, it's a Cultivate, it only costs you, only grab 1. Wrong! It allows you to grab a plains, island, swamp, mountain, a plains, an island, a swamp, or mountain. It doesn't allow you to grab a forest, but those cards are things for, like, Shocklands, or any other dual land that has that basic type. It's a really good spell. Then we got Evolving Wild, because everybody needs it. Frontier Bivouac, Kodama's Reach, not bad. Migration Path, Felwar Stone, Talisman of Creativity, Talisman of Impulse, Bountiful Landscape, Path of Ancestry, and then our basic lands. So, that was Temur Roar. And I don't know if you can tell, there's a lot of dragons in the Temur Roar set. Every single creature basically was a dragon. Now, because it's not 5 colors, you can't use all of the Dragon Lords or the dragons themselves, but giving a Tarka and Dragon Lord a Tarka in this deck, that's really good. Frontier Siege in this set, in this commander, is really good. For a base set, for a base precon without any upgrades, this is actually really good. Now, it's high cost, don't get me wrong. Most of the creatures are going to come out late game, but when they do come out late game, they do things. Like Dragon Master Outcast is going to be good. Chaos Warp will help you. Like, talking about some of the quick things that you could do to upgrade this real quick. Go through your dragons and find some of the smaller ones. Put them in there. Draco Genesis, of course, is good. There are a bunch of cards that you could put in this set that would allow you to get those dragons out faster. Any type of clone would also do really good in this set. But, so I told you how much I paid for all of this. Now, I didn't do it for the Turtle Power set because they didn't have all of the prices, but these are older cards, so they have them. So that's how much I paid for it. $49.99 plus tax. And just put in I think it was $54 total. $54, $56. That's how much card value we got. If you have the opportunity, and I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. If you have the opportunity, you have the Costco app or whatever, this is a great value. Not just a good value, this is a great value. You get 4 packs, which that already is half of the value of your thing. Plus, you get a $70 commander deck. Look, go out. They have all 4 of the Tarkir Dragonstorm commanders out, available for this. So if you weren't able to get one when it first came out, this is a perfect chance to go get them. I don't know if they're in the actual Costco stores, but they are on the Costco app. Pick it up, get your value, have fun opening it up, take it to a commander night at your local game store, upgrade it to your heart's content, tear it apart and turn it into something else. That's what these decks are for. Okay? So go out there, have fun. And you know what? that's all I gotta say about all this. So if you liked this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you didn't like it, give it a dislike. But remember to leave a comment down below, share this with your pack opening magic friends, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to participate in Patreon Fridays, or support the channel in any way financially through Patreon, there's a link down below. And you know what? I would love you for it. You get some special things. I've changed things around. Not only if you join do you get early access to videos, but I'm going to start making things Patreon only. If you want to do that, down below, guys. I would love it if you join. But with all that being said, my name is Matt. This has been LuckyPackMTG, and I will see you guys next time.